Right now, in a secured facility in St. Louis, Missouri, Boeing workers are building something that will change air warfare forever. The F-47, America's first true sixth-generation fighter. And it's not just a concept anymore. Production has officially started. September 2025, the Air Force Chief of Staff confirmed it himself. This jet will fly in 2028. But here's what they're not telling you. Secret test flights have been happening since 2019, experimental prototypes logging hundreds of hours. China just revealed their sixth-gen fighters too. The race is on, and we're about to show you exactly what's at stake. For years, the Next Generation Air Dominance program was one of the Pentagon's best-kept secrets. Whispers in defense circles, classified briefings, massive budgets buried in line items. But now, the curtain is lifting. The F-47 is real, it's being built, and it represents the most significant leap in American air power since the F-22 Raptor rolled off the line 2 decades ago. Today, we're breaking down everything we know about this game-changing aircraft. March 21st, 2025. President Trump steps up to make an announcement that sent shockwaves through the defense industry. Boeing wins the contract. After a rigorous and thorough competition between some of America's top aerospace companies, the Air Force is going to be awarding the contract for the next generation air dominance platform to Boeing. Over $20 billion, the largest fighter development program in a generation. Lockheed Martin, the company behind the F-22 and F-35, didn't get it. Boeing did. And the workers at Boeing's St. Louis plant, they erupted in cheers. These weren't just employees showing up for a paycheck. These were Americans ready to build something extraordinary for their country. Air Force Chief of Staff General David Alvin said it perfectly. These are people committed to doing something great for the nation, and that commitment is already paying off. Just 6 months after winning the contract, Boeing has started manufacturing the first test aircraft. The speed is unprecedented. Usually programs like this take years to ramp up. Not this time. The urgency is real, the need is immediate, and Boeing is moving fast. But let's back up for a second. How did we get here? The story starts way back in 2014. The Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency launched something called the Air Dominance Initiative. They asked a critical question: how do we maintain air superiority in 2030 and beyond? Because the threats were evolving. Russia was modernizing, China was pouring billions into their military, and America's F-22 fleet, incredible as it is, was getting older. So DARPA started working on experimental aircraft, X-planes, full-scale prototypes designed to test revolutionary technologies. And here's the kicker. Boeing flew their first demonstrator in 2019 before most people even knew the program existed. By 2023, 3 separate prototypes had logged hundreds of flight hours, testing, refining, proving the concepts worked. Before we dive deeper, please take a second to like this video and subscribe. Over 98% of viewers watch without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it means a lot to us. Now, the program almost didn't happen. In July 2024, then Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall hit the pause button. Costs were climbing. Each F-47 was projected to cost around $300 million, 3 times the price of an F-35. The program sat in limbo for months. Then China made the decision easy. December 2024, Beijing reveals not 1 but 2 new stealth fighter prototypes. 6th-generation designs, advanced, threatening. Suddenly, pausing NGAD didn't look so smart anymore. The Air Force did another study, and the conclusion was clear. There was no viable alternative. If America wanted to maintain air dominance, the F-47 was the answer. So in March 2025, the Trump administration green-lit the program. If you're proud of American innovation and our commitment to staying ahead, type proud in the comments below. So what exactly is a 6th-generation fighter? What separates it from the incredible 5th-generation jets we already have? It's not just about being faster or stealthier. It's about fundamentally changing how air warfare works. The F-47 isn't just a fighter, it's the command center of an entire battle network. First, range. The F-22 Raptor has a combat radius of about 590 nautical miles. The F-47 changes that equation. Over 1,000 nautical miles of combat radius, nearly double the F-22. That means it can reach deeper into enemy territory, stay in the fight longer, and do it without constantly needing tanker support. Second, stealth. The F-47 takes it to a whole new level. We're talking about all-aspect broadband, low observability. Current stealth fighters are optimized primarily against radar. The F-47 addresses everything. Advanced thermal management, engine designs that reduce heat signatures. It's not just invisible to radar, it's a ghost across the entire electromagnetic spectrum. Third, speed and power. The F-47 will be powered by next-generation adaptive cycle engines. These aren't your standard jet engines. They can actually change how air flows through them during flight. Need maximum thrust for combat? They adjust. Need maximum fuel efficiency for cruising? They adjust again. The result? Better performance, longer range, and the ability to supercruise at speeds above Mach 2 without using afterburners. But here's where it gets really interesting. The F-47 isn't designed to fight alone. It's the quarterback of what the Air Force calls a family of systems, and that includes collaborative combat aircraft, CCAs. These are advanced semi-autonomous drones, loyal wingmen that operate under the F-47's control. Current plans call for about 185 F-47s and over 1,000 CCAs. Think about that. Each manned fighter controlling multiple drones. Those drones can carry weapons, sensors, electronic warfare packages. They can fly ahead into dangerous areas, and they're much cheaper to produce. The F-47 pilot becomes more than just a fighter jock. They're a mission commander, orchestrating a coordinated attack across multiple platforms. Do you think drones will ever fully replace human pilots in air combat? Drop your answer in the comments. Let's talk about something that should blow your mind. When President Trump announced Boeing's contract win in March 2025, General Alvin revealed something stunning. 2 competitive prototypes had been flying in secret for 5 years. 5 years. Since 2020, while the world dealt with a pandemic, Boeing and Lockheed were testing 6th-generation designs. Hundreds of flight hours, all in complete secrecy. This is the power of classified programs done right. The Air Force used digital engineering. Instead of spending decades on paper designs, they built virtual models first, tested them in simulation, then built actual flying aircraft. This is how you innovate at the speed of relevance. And it's how Boeing was able to start manufacturing just 6 months after winning the contract. General Alvin spoke at the Air Force Association conference in September 2025. He was clear about the timeline. The first production F-47 will fly in 2028. Not maybe, not hopefully, will. The team is committed because the threat is real and it's now. Boeing is going fast. Their St. Louis facility has been transformed. Nearly $2 billion invested in recent years. New manufacturing equipment, advanced assembly tools, skilled workers. This isn't a company hoping to win a contract. This was a company preparing to win it. And that preparation is paying off now. The engineering challenges are immense. Carbon nanotube composites that save weight. Radar absorbent materials that can potentially self-heal. Avionics that process more data per second than entire fighter squadrons could a generation ago. And it all has to work together seamlessly in the most demanding environment imaginable, combat. But the people building it are up to the challenge. When you watch those videos from the Boeing plant on announcement day, you see something special. Pride, purpose. These workers know they're building the future of American air power. Let's zoom out for a moment. Why does the F-47 matter so much? The answer is simple and sobering. The world is more dangerous now than it's been in decades. Great power competition is back. And air superiority is the foundation of everything else America does militarily. Without control of the air, you can't protect your bombers. Without air superiority, you can't protect your naval forces. Without air superiority, you can't protect your ground troops. Modern warfare doesn't work without owning the skies. And here's the problem. America's current air superiority fighter is the F-22 Raptor. It's magnificent, but there are only 186 of them, and they're getting older. The first ones entered service in 2005. China hasn't been sitting still. Their J-20 stealth fighter is operational. Their new 6th-generation prototypes suggest they're serious about challenging American dominance. The gap America once enjoyed is narrowing. The F-47 reestablishes that gap. It gives the United States a capability no one else will have for years. That's not warmongering, that's deterrence. When potential adversaries know they can't win in the air, they're less likely to start conflicts. Peace through strength isn't just a slogan, it's a proven strategy. And consider the economic dimension. The F-47 program will employ thousands of Americans. It will drive innovation in material science, propulsion, electronics, artificial intelligence. Those innovations will spin off into civilian applications. This is how America maintains its technological edge across the board. What do you think is the biggest advantage the F-47 will have over enemy fighters? Speed, stealth, or drone control? Let us know in the comments. So what happens next? Right now, Boeing workers are laying up composite structures, installing systems, assembling the first test aircraft piece by piece. Over the next year, that first aircraft will take shape. By late 2026, it will be structurally complete. Then comes systems installation, engines, avionics, everything. Ground testing follows. Does everything power up correctly? Do the systems talk to each other? Then comes taxi testing. The aircraft rolls under its own power, making sure everything works. And finally, first flight, 2028. A test pilot will take the F-47 into the air for the first time. That first flight will be a massive moment. It will send a message to allies and adversaries alike. America's sixth-generation fighter is real. It flies, and it's coming. After first flight, the test program accelerates. More aircraft join the test fleet. They explore the performance envelope. They test weapons integration. They test stealth. They test the drone control systems. By 2029, assuming everything goes well, the first operational F-47s could begin arriving at Air Force squadrons. Initial operational capability. Looking further ahead, the F-47 will evolve. That's the beauty of the modular approach. New sensors can be added, software can be updated. This isn't a static platform, it's a living, evolving capability. There will be challenges ahead. Cost control, development risks, supply chain issues, but America has overcome bigger challenges. We built the Manhattan Project in secret during World War II. We went to the moon in a decade. We created stealth technology when it seemed impossible. The F-47 is the next chapter in that story. What's your favorite aircraft from any generation? Drop it in the comments and let's see which jet gets the most love. The F-47 represents more than just advanced technology. It represents American resolve, the determination to remain the world's preeminent air power, the commitment to protecting our troops, our allies, and our interests. Production has begun. The first flight is just 3 years away, and by 2030, the F-47 will be changing the calculus for anyone who thinks they can challenge us in the skies. The future of air dominance is being built right now in St. Louis. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for more coverage of America's military capabilities. We'll see you in the next one.